Imagine a tower so striking it demanded attention from miles away, a 52-story gold-tinted giant meant to dominate Florida's Gulf Coast skyline. It was sold as a symbol of wealth, ambition, and even political presence, and for a while people believed it. Buyers signed contracts, they wired huge deposits, cranes even rose over the waterfront. But just as quickly as the dream took shape, it evaporated. No tower, no luxury condos, just an empty pit, and hundreds of stunned buyers wondering how everything had collapsed so fast. This is the story of Trump Tower Tampa, the skyscraper that never rose, the people who believed in it, and how its sudden disappearance became one of the most unforgettable chapters in Florida's real estate history. When the project was unveiled in 2006, it felt like a moment of transformation. Tampa had spent years trying to redefine its downtown, and now a 600-foot glass and granite tower was being promised as the crown jewel of that rebirth. Renderings flooded magazines and billboards, showing a sleek, shimmering structure towering above the Hillsborough River. The tower was promoted as the tallest building in the city, filled with luxury condo hotels, designer interiors, and sweeping panoramic views of the bay. Buyers were captivated. Many put down 20% deposits on units ranging from $700,000 all the way up to $6 million. The idea wasn't just to buy a home. It was to secure a front row seat in the future of Tampa. City officials welcomed the project as a sign that Tampa was finally stepping onto the national stage. A groundbreaking ceremony was held. Sales centers were packed. 2 massive cranes rose above South Ashley Drive. Momentum seemed unstoppable. But beneath the optimism, cracks were already forming. The first warning sign came from the ground itself. By mid-2007, engineers encountered a major problem. The limestone bedrock under the site wasn't level. In one area, the rock plunged far deeper than expected. That meant the foundation would require far more reinforcement, far more time, and far more money. And in construction, the foundation isn't just the first step. It's the most critical one. Without a stable base, the entire tower was at risk before a single floor could be built. Work slowed. Then it stopped. Contractors reported going unpaid. Equipment began disappearing from the site. Construction fencing came down, leaving 2 silent cranes standing guard over a vacant excavation pit. What had once been marketed as an unstoppable project now looked frozen in time. The next turning point came in May of 2007, and it changed everything. The branding agreement fell apart, and the Trump Organization requested that its name be removed from the project. It was a stunning blow to buyers, many of whom believed that the branding guaranteed stability. Suddenly, the developer's office lines were disconnected. Emails went unanswered, and buyers looking for clarity instead received partial refunds or none at all, leading many to file lawsuits in an attempt to recover their money. For people who had invested their savings and planned their lives around the tower's construction, the reversal was devastating. Some buyers had sold their existing homes in anticipation. Others had taken financial risks based on the promised value of their future units. Now they were left with uncertainty, stress, and lengthy legal battles. Behind the scenes, the broader real estate market was beginning to crack. By 2008, the national housing crisis hit full force, freezing credit, halting developments, and triggering a wave of canceled projects across the country. Trump Tower Tampa became one more casualty in a collapsing market, but its downfall was especially visible because of the scale of its ambition. In 2011, years after the dream had dissolved, new developers bought the land for a fraction of what it had once been worth. They announced fresh plans unrelated to the original tower, and over time the site slowly shifted into a new chapter. Later proposals included a different 52-story tower, but none carried the original branding, and none attempted to revive the exact project that had once generated so much excitement. Looking back, the unbuilt skyscraper is more than a failed development. It's a lesson in how complex, unpredictable, and risky major real estate projects can be. It shows how engineering challenges can derail even the most glamorous plans. It demonstrates how branding can influence buyer confidence, yet still can't guarantee execution. And it highlights the ripple effects that occur when expectations collide with reality, not just for investors and developers, but for an entire city watching its skyline evolve. But the story also reveals something else: how a single project can capture the hopes of a community. For Tampa residents, the tower was a symbol, a promise that their city was turning a corner, becoming more modern, more competitive, and more visible on the national stage. When the tower vanished, it wasn't only buyers who felt the loss. The city had to recalibrate its vision and find new projects to carry the momentum forward. Today, the waterfront district around the former site has changed dramatically. New developments have risen, new businesses have moved in, and Tampa continues to expand its downtown footprint. The empty pit is long gone, but the memory of the tower and the expectations it carried still echoes through the story of Tampa's growth. Sometimes the skyline we see is shaped not just by the buildings that rise, but by the ones that were planned, marketed, celebrated, and then never built. Trump Tower Tampa never reached the sky, but it left a mark on the city, its buyers, and the evolution of its waterfront. It remains a reminder that even the most ambitious dreams must hold up under the weight of engineering, economics, and time. Skyscrapers show what a city imagines for itself. And sometimes the towers that never make it past the foundation reveal the most about how a city learns, adapts, and moves forward.